Attention passionate LAS, Vegas Raiders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Las Vegas Raiders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Las Vegas Raiders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and LAS, Vegas Raiders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. We know the NFL offseason is always packed with surprises, shakeups, and storylines that keep us on the edge of our seats. And when it comes to the Las Vegas Raiders, this year is no different. The Raiders have been busy in the offseason, making strategic moves to position themselves to contend once again in the AFC West, a division that's only getting tougher, more competitive, and more unpredictable. But one of the most intriguing storylines around the team right now, and one that could have huge implications for the upcoming season, involves their running back room. That's right, the backfield is shaping up to be a real focus, and the competition is fierce. First, let's talk about the obvious key player, the guy who is almost certainly going to be the starter this season, Ashton Jeanty. The Raiders took a big gamble in the first round of this year's draft, selecting Jeanty with the 6th overall pick in the draft. Now, for those who have been following the Raiders for a while, you know that drafting a running back that high is not something the team does often. It's a sign that they see something special in him, and early indications are that the team is fully committed to making him their lead back. And why wouldn't they be? Jeanty has shown flashes of brilliance, a blend of power, agility, and speed that makes him a nightmare for defenses. His college tape was impressive, and his physical profile suggests he could be a difference maker in the NFL. But the story doesn't end there. The Raiders have also added veteran free agent Raheem Mostert, a player with a proven track record in the league. Mostert, who has had success with teams like the San Francisco 49ers, brings a level of experience, burst, and explosiveness that is invaluable for any team looking to contend. He's likely going to serve as the backup, but don't be surprised if he sees plenty of opportunities to shine, especially in passing situations or when the team wants to give Jeanty a breather. Mostert's presence is a big boost for the Raiders, providing leadership and a threat in the open field. Now, this leaves a handful of talented players fighting for roster spots, and that's where things get really interesting. Among them is Dylan Lobb, a 6th-round pick in 2024. Lobb had a lot of buzz around him during training camp last offseason. His performance in the offseason program was impressive enough to make him a quick fan favorite. Raiders fans remember his explosive runs, his agility, and his ability to make defenders miss. But as we all know, NFL careers can change in an instant, and Lobb's early moments in the league haven't been smooth sailing. His first career carry resulted in a fumble, and that moment seemed to cast a shadow over his future on the team. After that fumble, the Raiders didn't give him another touch for the rest of the season, which was a tough break for a young player trying to carve out a role. Vincent Bonsignore of the Las Vegas Review-Journal has been digging deep into the story, and he put together a detailed prediction on the Raiders' 53-man roster ahead of training camp. According to him, Lobb is on the bubble, and it's unlikely he makes the initial roster. The competition is just too stiff. Bonsignore pointed out that Jeanty, the rookie draft pick, is not your typical running back. The way he combines power, balance, grace, and burst is truly exceptional. His ceiling is high, and the coaching staff is excited to see how quickly he can develop into a full-fledged NFL running back. This means that behind Jeanty, the battle for snaps is wide open. Veterans like Mostert and Josh McCormick have shown they can be productive when given opportunities, and rookies or young players like Lobb will have to fight hard, especially on special teams, to secure a spot. And that's a critical point. Special teams could be Lobb's ticket to making this roster. Young players often get that shot by proving their worth on coverage units, blocking, or returning kicks. It's a way to show coaches that they're willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. But given the depth the Raiders have at running back, and with the team's focus on building a competitive roster, it's going to be a tough path for Lobb. The team's coaching staff has shown that they value experience and proven production, which puts Lobb in a challenging position. Let's take a moment here to zoom out a little and look at the bigger picture. The Raiders have been reshaping their roster, especially on offense. After a somewhat disappointing season last year, where they struggled to find consistency and offensive rhythm, the team made some bold moves to upgrade their talent. The drafting of Ginty, the signing of Mostert, and even the adjustments in offensive line and wide receiver units are all part of a larger plan to revitalize the attack. The Raiders want to be more explosive, more unpredictable, and more dangerous on offense, and a big part of that hinges on the running game. The running back position, traditionally a cornerstone of successful NFL teams, is now more dynamic than ever. Teams are shifting towards versatile backs who can run, catch, and block. Ginty fits that mold perfectly, with his ability to break tackles and make plays in space. Mostert, with his speed and experience, adds that extra dimension of threat in the passing game and as a home run hitter. The coaching staff is likely banking on these two to be the primary contributors, but the depth behind them is equally critical. The team needs reliable backups in case of injuries, which are inevitable in the NFL, and they also want players who can step in and perform without a huge drop-off. Now, looking at the current roster projections, it's clear that the Raiders are aiming for a mix of youth, talent, and veteran leadership. The competition at running back is fierce, and that's exactly what fans want, players fighting for their spot, pushing each other to be better every day. The training camp battles are going to be intense, and it's going to be fascinating to see how it all unfolds. Will Lobb find a way to impress on special teams? Will a veteran like McCormick or another young player step up and earn a roster spot? These are questions that will be answered in the coming weeks as the team prepares for the regular season. And speaking of expectations, the Raiders are entering this season with a lot to prove. After an up-and-down year last year, with some flashes of brilliance but also moments of inconsistency, the team is hungry for a playoff run. The AFC West has become one of the most competitive divisions in football, with the Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Chargers, and Denver Broncos all making moves to improve. So every detail counts, and player development, especially at key positions like running back, can make all the difference between a postseason appearance and an early exit. The coaching staff, led by head coach Josh McDaniels, is known for their strategic approach and adaptability. McDaniels has a track record of developing offensive units and maximizing the talent available. His approach this year will likely be to lean heavily on the running game, especially with a young, talented back like Ginty, who can be a game changer if given the opportunities. But the key will be how well the team can integrate the running game into their overall offensive strategy, balancing it with their passing attack, led by Jimmy Garoppolo, and a receiving core that is eager to step up. And let's not forget about the importance of health and durability. The NFL season is long, and managing player health is crucial. If Ginty can stay healthy and continue developing, he could be a true difference maker. If Mostert stays in top shape and avoids injuries, his veteran leadership and explosiveness will be invaluable. The depth players, including Lobb and others fighting for roster spots, will need to be ready to contribute at a moment's notice, whether it's in the backfield, on special teams, or as emergency options. Looking ahead, the Raiders have a lot riding on this upcoming season. They've set high expectations, and the fans are eager to see their team return to the playoffs and push deep into the postseason. The story of the running back room is just one piece of that puzzle, but it's a crucial one. How the team manages this competition, how the young players develop, and how the veterans lead will all play significant roles in shaping the season's outcome. The NFL is a league of constant evolution, and the Raiders seem poised to make some bold moves this year, both on and off the field. So, fans, keep your eyes peeled during training camp and the preseason games. Watch how Ginty looks in his first full NFL action, see if Mostert can stay healthy and productive, and keep an eye on the young guns like Lobb who are fighting to make a name for themselves. It's going to be an exciting journey, and we'll be here every step of the way, bringing you the latest updates, analysis, and insider info. The Raiders are on the rise again, and this season promises to be one of the most thrilling yet. Whether you're a diehard supporter or a casual fan, one thing is for sure: the Las Vegas Raiders are ready to make some noise, and this running back battle is just the beginning of what could be a historic year. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Las Vegas Raiders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Las Vegas Raiders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Who do you think will step up and secure a roster spot behind Ginty? Do you believe the Raiders are building a running back room that can carry them deep into the playoffs? Or are you concerned about the depth and durability of this unit? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Raiders organization. We love engaging with you, hearing your predictions, and celebrating the victories together. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and all the latest from the Raiders camp. So stay tuned, keep rooting for your team, and let's get ready for an electrifying season ahead. The Las Vegas Raiders are back in the game, and they're here to make history.